Quality has been an uncomfortable area for many professionals. Failure to meet quality is a disaster for any organization. But as you know, quality is universal, must for every business and inescapable. Now, I am making an effort here with to provide a practical concept of quality. This will definitely help people to attend the interviews and do well, as well as to teach your own team, the people down the line, on quality concepts and how to use concepts with total ease. Hi, I am Jagdish Kumar, Master Black Belt Six Sigma, Certified Manager for Quality and Organizational Excellence from American Society for Quality ASQ and Lead Auditor ISO 9001-2015. Taking this session. This is not a pure definition of quality as such, of course one of the major definitions. Here the focus is to give a practical perspective of what is quality and how quality is usable in the practical areas in the day-to-day working, so that there is huge saving in revenue for the company. This it, what is quality, let us try to understand. Going forward, let us have a brief introduction. As we have known, and if somebody is a youngster, please imprint in your mind. Who decides quality? Customer decides quality, not the manufacturing company. I may feel my product is excellent, but it is the customer's perception, customer's view of my product on quality that matters a lot in the market. Also, there is a need to understand quality concepts in very simple terms. As I mentioned already, many people think quality means something uncomfortable, some domain which is totally different from their domains, hard to understand, hard to implement, and so on. I am going to remove this myth through a series of lectures in very simple language and in very simple examples for us to be comfortable in implementing the concepts of quality. Every organization faces challenge in meeting quality needs in one way or the other. I think everybody would agree with you. There is one common denominator, one common challenge for every organization, be it a small micro-organization or a huge enterprise. One bottom line issue is quality. So it is important, as you can make out, that every individual, every professional should be professed or should bear good knowledge of quality, then only the organization can become excellent. Also, we know quality is universal, irrespective of the area of business, whether I am in manufacturing or in a service area. And the next lines are important. It is everybody's business. Quality is not the business of quality department alone. This has been very prominently conveyed by American Society for Quality also. Everybody in the organization has a role to play in quality. If it is left to quality department alone and all other major departments are not focused on quality, maybe majorly including design, it will be a disaster for the company. Now let us understand what is my approach going to be. I always believe in the principle, keep simple things simple. So keep it simple is going to be my philosophy. I try to explain all the concepts of quality in very simple language so that you are comfortable to know as well as implement moving forward, or to teach your own team down the line, or do well in your interviews. Know what is quality using a simple term is what I want to do in this particular series. Easy implementation of quality concepts. It is not enough if you know the theory, it should be implementable. This is where the barrier lies, mental barrier lies, and I want to help you to overcome your mental barrier on implementing the quality concepts. There is good money saving from implementation of practical concepts. This is very important for you to remember. Many people have a perception that quality means it is spending money, quality means it is spending time, spending resources, and so on. No. Quality can return you back with huge revenue gain, profits, if you are comfortable in implementing and follow the basic essential steps of quality improvement. Now, this again I am emphasizing, quality is an integral part of every business, whether it is a process industry or a product industry or a service. Now, process I brought in the beginning because process is common to product or service. By process, what we mean? We mean there are a series of inputs and you follow a number of steps of activities to convert these inputs into required outputs. It can be a product, it can be a service. Now, as you can visualize, process is the cause for a good product or service. Unless the cause is improved, the process is improved, the result may not be good, or you may not have sustained improvement. Only improvement may happen by fluke. That's why quality is an integral part of not only product and service as generally people believe. It is important for improving the process also. Now, let us understand one useful definition of quality. There are hundreds of definitions, I know. I'll stick to one definition so that we are gelling with this and finding it comfortable to understand, comprehend, and implement in future. The golden definition for quality, in my view, has been given by Phillips Crosby, one of the quality gurus, is conformance to requirements. I request you to remember this word, conformance to requirements. Now you may say that I've been telling I'll make the subject simple, but I'm starting to use big words like conformance. It's very simple to understand. Meet all the quality requirements of the customer. Whose requirements? Of the customer. This we have discussed already. Meet all the requirements is what conformance is here all about. Now, in doing so, we tend to overdo. This is what we need to be guarding against. Please look into the next point. Do what is needed 100% without failure. But do not do more, do not do less. Why? Doing more than required will only consume companies' resources, waste companies' money, waste companies' time, and such a huge waste to sensitize people not to do this. In project management language, they brought out a word called as gold plating. Now don't think gold plating is good, it is not desirable. Means to say, if I can manage for a say electronic board with a tin plating, and if I do a gold plating, how it makes difference to a customer? Customer may say okay good, but look at 10 to 20 times the money that I have wasted for my company by making it out of gold rather than what you could have served with the tin. This is the meaning here. Now, this particular golden example, how I have implemented in my surveys, one small example I would like to do. There are so many examples that I can give. One of the products in my ex-company was continuously receiving customer complaints. Very important strategic product. A tiger team was formed in which I was also a prominent member, and we started analyzing the customer complaints. Also, we started looking into what are the major quality parameters which are key. What do we mean by key? Key means those quality parameters like length, dimension, chamfer, inductance, capacitance, or the value of resistance, for example, and so on, which have impact on form, fit, and functionality of the item. They are called as key characteristics. Either they will influence the shape of the item, or they influence the easy fitment into the next level, or they are critical for the functionality. Now, these parameters we brought out and started listing them to analyze. We found through analysis that in more than 85% of the parameters, by knowingly or inadvertently, we had overdone quality. Now, what would happen if you overdo the quality? For example, if a commercial IC will do, integrated circuit will do in a product, and if I go for a military grade integrated circuit, the cost suddenly becomes 10 times. Now you visualize how just meeting quality requirements will save you a lot of money. Here we found 85% of the areas we were overdoing quality, and Quality was slightly less than customers' expectations in 15% of the areas. Requirements stated, but there are some unstated expectations also that would be there with customers, that such and such a product from such and such a company should do better than all the competition and so on. Here we were not up to the mark in 15% of the areas. Now the danger is inevitable, as you can see here. Customer called the entire product as bad. Now hundreds of crores worth of an equipment becoming branded by customers as bad is a huge suffering for the organization, as you can visualize. Now what is the scenario? 85% is good, excellent, 15% is relatively slightly less short of expectations, the entire 100% is called as bad by the customers. A huge danger. This was harmful to the business and the brand image. Now you may say, one product going bad, what will happen? One product going bad, as you can visualize, the news will spread and the question mark will be raised on all other 100 say or 200 products this company makes. Means the brand image is gone. It is easy to lose the brand image, but it is quite impossible for us to regain the brand image, as we have seen through our experiences. Every segment quality parameter was mapped to customer needs. We started, as I mentioned, 100 parameters which were key. We started mapping them to customers' requirement to see where are we, how we are overdoing, to what extent we are overdoing, whether we can moderate and so on. And wherever the money was overspent and quality was overdone, we started taking our approaches through collective group effort to moderate the quality but still meet or slightly be better than customers' expectations, and do what? Huge money that we would have saved, we started utilizing the money to improve and by investing on those 15% areas where the quality was not totally up to the mark or it was slightly short of customers' expectations. Finally, what happened? We met the quality needs and saved further 10% in cost. Now you may feel this process looks to be very difficult. Suppose, as I mentioned, 85% of the areas we had overdone quality. If you keep on mapping and improving 85 parameters, how much of labor it will consume? No. There is a principle called as a Pareto principle, which I will explain later. It's a very useful strategic tool which says only 20% out of the 100% will be vital. If you work on them, you can jump the performance. Here it is saving the money and meeting customer requirement by 80. This is the kind of potential or power that the Pareto principle can deliver to us, and we use that principle, and fortunately for us, we found that 4 or 5 parameters, if we had focused, we would bring down the cost by more than 10%, the overall cost by more than 10%. This was a huge exploration that happened, or revelation that happened. Now, I'll summarize this presentation. As I mentioned, I would make this short and simple to understand. We will have a series of 4 presentations like this, so that we slowly build on the knowledge brick by brick, and then finally be comfortable in implementing the knowledge. Now, quality is conformance to requirements. Whose definition? Quality guru, Mr. Phillips Crosby. Quality is a major differentiator between a successful and a failing enterprise. You can visualize the quality is no good, brand image gone, company starts sinking, failing. If the quality is excellent, that itself will speak for the company, and the company will flourish in business and also make more products, make more sales, and grow exponentially. Quality significantly saves huge revenue to the company. As I told, the saving was close to 8 crores in that example, which is not a small money, as you can visualize. Then, this is very important. The punchline, I can call it as a final line. Do what is needed, do not do more, do not do less. That is the meaning of conformance to requirements in the practical sense, according to me. If you have liked this presentation, please do subscribe to this channel. This is the first ever presentation I am making. I am starting with the fundamental. I will build the knowledge brick by brick as I move forward through a series of lectures and make you competent enough and comfortable enough to implement the knowledge and also do very well in the interviews or be very good teachers to your own team members down the line. If you like this presentation, please do not forget to press the like button and encourage us to come forward with more and more value-adding presentations. Thank you.